Hello and welcome everybody to the first ever live episode of N1 from the End Zone. And on this episode, we're actually going to be talking about Disney acquiring the rights to WWE to stream domestically here in the United States. ESPN also acquiring the rights to NFL Redzone, and what is happening in the WNBA, what I consider a little bit of a phenomenon, the sex toy issues and WNBA players' thoughts. So we're going to actually be breaking down some articles here shortly from ESPN that talks about all these things. So stay tuned. Also, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Please feel free to leave a comment so I know if you agree or disagree with my takes. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it.
You're watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. Please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, the first topic of the day is actually going to be WWE acquiring the rights, or not WWE, Disney acquiring the rights to stream WWE and actually moving their streaming service from Peacock, where, in my honest opinion, it was definitely way more affordable, to now going to ESPN and their new streaming service. So let's actually read this article written by ESPN. Oh yeah. All right. So ESPN article written by. Went too far. I guess it doesn't say. So, ESPN joins with WWE to stream WrestleMania beginning in 2026. So, next year's WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be taking place on ESPN. So, basically, we have until December to enjoy WWE content on Peacock, where it's a lot more affordable, because now they're going to basically move their entire library, it seems like, to the new ESPN streaming platform that's going to be about $30 a month, if I'm not mistaken. So let's read this article. Let's start reading the article. WrestleMania will be part of ESPN's new direct-to-consumer streaming service starting in 2026, thanks to an agreement between World Wrestling Entertainment and ESPN. The deal announced Wednesday includes two night events such as WrestleMania, SummerSlam, plus other WWE premium live events including Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and Money in the Bank. Royal Rumble, I actually think, is going to be the next PLE that becomes a two-night event. They can literally split it up with one night being for the women's and one night being for the men's Royal Rumble, and they could actually have make a lot more money doing it that way too, because we saw the success that they had at SummerSlam. I thought this last SummerSlam was one of the best ones, at least from the last 10 years. I always rank everything within the last 10 years in that time frame. So Royal Rumble, especially with how big the roster is, the reach now being AAA, you got TNA. I wouldn't be surprised if they work out a deal to work out with New Japan or All Japan Pro Wrestling. Just the overall reach that WWE has right now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Royal Rumble event also becomes a two-night event. WWE will produce the events for ESPN platforms, which will serve as their exclusive U.S. domestic home. WWE has an immense, devoted, and passionate fan base that we're excited to super serve on our new ESPN DTC platform. ESPN chairman Jimmy Pitaro said, "This agreement, which features the most significant WWE events of the year, bolsters our unprecedented represented content portfolio and helps drive our streaming future. You get a little thumbnail, or not a thumbnail, but you get a picture there of basically WWE Premium Live events headed to ESPN platforms in the U.S. beginning in 2026. Also included in the opportunity for ESPN to stream WWE pre and post event shows for all premium live events. We are proud to reinforce the E in ESPN at such an exciting juncture in its direct-to-consumer journey. Mark Shapiro, President and Chief Operating Officer of TKO, said in a statement, WWE Premium Live events are renowned for exactly the type of rich storytelling, incredible feats of athleticism, and can't-miss culture tent-pole experiences that have become synonymous with ESPN. Through our UFC relationship, we have experienced firsthand how transformational an ESPN presence can be, and we know this will be an exceptional partnership at a time of great innovation for both companies. ESPN will launch its streaming service on August 21st with a $29.99 per month price point and will keep the linear network's name, ESPN. That price point is fucking crazy. I mean, I guess I could get rid of Peacock, but that, oh my God. Now, I hope the $29.99 a month price tag includes the premium live events in the pricing, and it's not like the UFC events, because the UFC events, we got to pay pay-per-view prices. Sometimes I think some of the events are like $40, $50, $100, if I'm not mistaken. Like the UFC, like you have to have an ESPN Plus subscription, and then you also have to pay for the pay-per-view. That's like literally how crazy it is. And now that they're doing it with at a $29.99 a month price point for their new exclusive direct-to-consumer streaming service, I don't know, man. I'm starting to get worried, and I'm assuming they're gonna have the entire WWE content library to be able to bolster that platform, because I know they have a lot of 30 for 30s. They have a lot of great content. ESPN has a lot of great content. But let's be honest, if them adding WWE content on there is going to make that platform worth $30 a month, in my honest opinion. The direct-to-consumer service will allow users to get all 7 of ESPN's domestic linear networks, in addition to ESPN on ABC and several other streaming options. The WWE events previously streamed on Peacock in 2025. And honestly, I thought Peacock did an amazing job producing the WWE live events, in my personal opinion. It's kind of sad because it's just a money grab. And to be completely honest with you, I'm really not surprised that WWE is headed to ESPN, because they've been working basically hand in hand now for the better part of 2 to 3 years, like unofficially. Yeah, it's only been basically Triple H coming up, Triple H, Cody Rhodes, or like the faces of the company coming on to ESPN's First Take, coming on to obviously the Pat McAfee show, because we know what Pat's about, right? Like we know Pat is a huge WWE fan. Yes, he's not a part of the company right now, but the fact that like they have already had that presence, and then the UFC partnership already within ESPN, because TKO is a conglomerate that owns both the UFC and now the WWE. That basically just opens the door, because WWE doesn't go on Fox Sports anymore after their partnership with Fox ended, to talk about WWE content or what WWE is doing. It's only strictly been ESPN, so I'm not necessarily surprised. It kind of just sucks because of the fact that it's $29.99 a month, and for somebody like me, because of what I do, I just don't do like sports content. I also have my other channel where we talk about movies, TV shows, and we review content. Go check out Shady Mob Productions. Click that QR code right there, ladies and gentlemen, and you will be shown all the other channels. So because of what we do here at Shady Mob Productions, we have like HBO Max, Disney Plus, Peacock now, because like I have to be up to date with sports now. I feel obligated to now go and have to get this $30 a month subscription for ESPN, and I'm not really looking forward to that. Let's actually look into an unbiased article really quickly about this and get somebody else's perspective, because we just got the perspective from ESPN, and I honestly, man, when I heard that yesterday, I had to take a double take, because I saw the article when it came out, that WWE was going to be joining ESPN. And then I saw how much the price point was, and I didn't believe it. And then I did some research, and it came out to be true. Let's actually go to CNBC, which is actually the parent company, or basically CNBC is basically Peacock, right? This is coming now from Peacock side. We just got ESPN side, now we're getting it from Peacock side. We're going on both sides here. The WWE is coming to ESPN. The Disney-controlled sports and entertainment business will pay an average of $325 million per year for 5 years of U.S. rights to the WWE's biggest live events, including WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam, beginning in 2026, according to people familiar with the matter who declined to be naming. Speaking about the deal specifics, spokespeople at WWE and ESPN declined to comment. NBC Universal's Peacock had previously paid $180 million per year over 5 years for the package, according to two people familiar with the matter. So hold on, how much is... Oh, wow, WWE is almost doubling their money. Almost doubling their money per year by going to ESPN. I could see why they're doing it. It makes sense. It really does make sense. I wonder if they gave Peacock or NBC Universal the opportunity to match or come up with a better offer where it made sense for them to keep WWE. But honestly, this move for WWE makes a lot of sense because of what they provide and what they do. Like ESPN and WWE, like similar with the ESPN and UFC, they go hand in hand, and it's been a game changer for UFC, and it's been a game changer for ESPN with all the revenue that's generated, because they're exclusively streaming UFC content. And you can't find it anywhere else unless you're using a what is it? What's NordVPN? A VPN, right? A VPN, so like you could stream it in like another country or like through a third party website, but like ESPN is getting all that revenue. UFC is getting all that revenue, whatever their terms are. And it sucks for Peacock. Peacock is definitely feels more like a movie, more like a Netflix, more like an HBO type of streaming platform. So WWE going there makes sense. All 10 of WWE's premium live events each year will stream on ESPN's new $29.99 per month direct-to-consumer platform in the U.S. Select events will be simulcast on ESPN's linear networks. Disney reported quarterly earnings Wednesday that showed domestic ESPN revenue up 1% to $3.93 billion. That is crazy. That's probably why they can afford to make this move. That's not even making a dent. That's like a tenth, I think, what they're paying per year is like a tenth of what they made this year, which is a good investment in the long run. The WWE and ESPN have strategically moved closer together in recent years, said TKO Group. I told you guys. President and Chief Operating Officer Mark Shapiro, in an interview, TKO is the controlling owner of WWE. Shapiro himself was a top executive at ESPN in the early 2000s. In many ways, this is our destiny, said Shapiro. If you want to expand the audience, our fan base, the fervor around WWE, and grow on a real significant national scale, you can't do that as it relates to the sports world without partnering with ESPN. Like I said, it makes a lot of sense for them to join them. ESPN chairman Jimmy Pitaro said he would have been interested in bidding on the package of events, even if ESPN weren't about to debut its new streaming service. Still, adding the events for no extra charge for subscribers of the digital product will help reduce churn for professional wrestling and help expand ESPN beyond traditional sports. Okay, so for $29.99 a month, you will be able to watch all the premium live events for that year. You won't have to pay a pay-per-view price like you have to pay for UFC, which I thank the Lord, because that would have been insane. I thought the days for where we had to like pay for pay-per-views was done and gone. Done and gone. Our place was built as the entertainment and sports programming network, said Pitaro, referencing the literal meaning of the acronym ESPN. This is a fantastic way for us to expand our audience. It's younger, it's more diverse, and it's more female than what we see at the network level. 38% of WWE's audience is women, noted WWE President Nick Khan. About 50% of the people who attend WWE live events come with children, he said in an interview. It's multi-generational viewing, and we think ESPN is multi-generational viewing, said Khan. In 2024, WWE signed a 10-year, $5 billion deal with Netflix to stream Raw every Monday night beginning this year. Netflix will continue to stream marquee WWE events outside the U.S. SmackDown, which airs Friday on USA Network, will continue to stream on Peacock. That deal expires in 2029, according to people familiar with the matter. So, SmackDown is the only thing basically staying with Peacock, with NBC Universal, which is kind of crazy because NBC Universal, or at least the USA Network itself, has been tied with WWE for the better part of like 2 decades, maybe 3 decades if I'm not mistaken. And now that partnership is slowly coming to an end as WWE with TKO and the new leadership inside of WWE, the new ownership, is taking them towards ESPN, which is good for WWE in the long run. Money's money, and at the end of the day, they're in the business of making money. If it don't make money, it doesn't make any sense. And as much as I am a fan of having or not to pay any more for what I'm already kind of accustomed to paying, I guess it's going to be something else if we want to stay in the know for WWE, which, man, we got to do what we got to do, right? We'll be right back after these messages, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, have you
You're
heard?
watching
Nelson,
the latest
tell the
episode
people.
of N1 from the
Shady
End Zone.
Mob
Please click on
Production
that
is an
subscribe button so
official
you can be
affiliate of
notified when the
HBO
latest
Max.
content
Click on the link in the
drops.
description and
Now,
sign up so you
let's
can watch
kick it.
hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
You're watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. Please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspins Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Guys, you're watching the Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
I just realized that my mic was not working right now. That's crazy. Okay. So, from the top, obviously, first live stream, there's going to be issues. So, ESPN to get NFL Network rights to Redzone from the NFL for equity stake. ESPN is acquiring the NFL Network and National Football League media assets, including the linear rights to the league's popular Redzone channel, in a deal that will see the NFL get a 10% equity stake in the All Sports Network. It was announced Tuesday night. ESPN will also acquire the NFL Fantasy product and merge it into its existing platform, making ESPN Fantasy Football the official game of the NFL in a separate deal. The NFL also agreed to license to ESPN other NFL content and intellectual property that will appear on the NFL Network and other assets. So, what that actually means is... the NFL actually now owns 10% of ESPN, which I think is fucking crazy. And not just that, NFL Fantasy Football, which I've been playing for fucking 10 plus years. Like, I only play NFL Fantasy Football. That's going away now, and that's getting merged into ESPN's... that's getting merged into ESPN Fantasy Football, which is crazy. These are big moves. These are big moves for consumers like us. So, let's continue. The NFL Network will be owned and operated by ESPN, which will control the network's linear and digital rights. The NFL Network will be integrated into ESPN's upcoming direct-to-consumer streaming product, and it will continue to be available on traditional pay TV providers. What does that mean? The NFL Network will be integrated into ESPN's upcoming direct-to-consumer streaming product. So it's going to be on the new streaming platform, obviously, the ESPN direct-to-consumer stuff. And it will be so it's going to be on cable television like we already get it, and then it's also going to be on the new ESPN streaming platform. Interesting. So are we going to get maybe the $29.99 a month deal with ESPN might be worth it. It might really end up being worth it if you're NFL fan, if you're a WWE fan, if you're a UFC fan, if you're a WNBA fan. $30 a month, you're getting all this content. You might just gotta get rid of cable at that point. Yo, Fox is in trouble. Real quick, Fox is in a lot of trouble right now with all the moves that ESPN is doing, and I think Fox Sports is in jeopardy of going under at this point. Just saying. By combining these NFL media assets with ESPN, with ESPN's reach and innovation, we're creating a premier destination for football fans. ESPN chairman Jimmy Pitaro said in a statement, together ESPN and the NFL are redefining how fans engage with the game, anytime, anywhere. This deal helps fuel ESPN's digital future, laying the foundation for an even more robust offering as we prepare to launch our new direct-to-consumer service. ESPN platforms will also license 3 additional NFL games per season, giving it a total of 28. NFL Network will continue to show 7 games per season, with some games shifting to NFL Network from ESPN's original schedule. Dates and games were not announced. All of the ESPN-owned games will air on linear and ESPN's direct-to-consumer platforms. According to a joint statement, ESPN will own broad rights to Redzone, including the trademark, and continue to distribute the channel to pay TV operators. The NFL will continue to own, operate, and produce the Redzone channel, and will keep the rights to distribute it digitally. Okay. What are broad rights? I wonder what that is, including... The league will also continue to own and operate some of its media business, including NFL Films and NFL.com. That makes sense. So you can't sell everything, right? Or you can't sell everything off to ESPN.
got to keep something other than just the league and the players, right? Today's announcement paves the way for the world's leading sports media brand and America's most popular sport to deliver an even more compelling experience for NFL fans in a way that only ESPN and Disney can. Robert A. Iger, Chief Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company, said in a statement, Commissioner Goodell and the NFL have built outstanding media assets, and these transactions will add to consumer choice, provide viewers with even greater convenience and quality, and expand the breadth and value proposition of Disney's streaming ecosystem. I wonder if they're actually going to do a streaming bundle where it's Disney Plus, the ESPN network. I think they were doing something with HBO. Like, Disney is buying everybody up and buying everybody out. That damn mouse owns everything. I swear to God, that mouse owns everything. He's a monopolizing motherfucker. Just telling y'all right now. Since its launch in 2003, NFL Network has provided millions of fans unprecedented access to the sport they love. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said in a statement, whether it was debuting Thursday Night Football, televising the Combine, or telling incredible football stories through original shows and breaking news, NFL Network has delivered. The network's sale to ESPN will build on the remarkable legacy, providing more NFL football for more fans in new, innovative ways. Also note, beginning with 2026, draft, Disney Plus and Hulu will stream ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Deportes trio of draft presentations. All offerings will be available on the direct-to-consumer service. ESPN and ABC will each produce telecasts for rounds 1 to 3 on Thursday and Friday. On Saturday, ESPN will continue to air rounds 4 through 7, with ABC simulcasting the network's coverage also. ESPN can add other alternate telecasts across streaming platforms for rounds 1 through 7. College Game Day and the NFL Live will continue to be on site from the draft, while ESPN Radio will continue to live broadcast of the draft. In May, ESPN announced its streaming service would launch in early fall with a $29.99 per month price point and will keep the linear network's name. ESPN, the direct-to-consumer launching on August 21st, will allow users to get all 7 of ESPN's domestic linear networks, in addition to ESPN on ABC and several other streaming options. ESPN is 80% owned by ABC Incorporated, an indirect subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company, and 20% by Hearst. The agreements between ESPN and the NFL are subject to approval from NFL owners and government regulators. So, big move. I'm just wondering now if we're gonna get like a bundle deal where we have to pay like $60, $50 a month, probably $60 to $70 a month, to get Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, because there's got to be some sort of bundle deal here, especially now that basically ESPN is owned. So NFL now owns 10% of ESPN. Basically, if the NFL wanted to, when the next media rights deal comes up, they could send a giant fuck you to everybody and go exclusively with ESPN and ABC for all their games and everything, right? Obviously, they're not going to do that, but they could corner the market now that they own a stake in a network as big as ESPN. And now that ESPN is going to basically have the NFL library to their disposal plus the WWE library, that makes it worth $29.99 a month. The ESPN's content alone is decent enough, but if they can find a way to like merge everything together, oh Lord. And damn. We're fucked, guys. They're cornering the market, and we might have to just start living our lives outside again, going camping, socializing with one another, getting to know your brothers, your sisters, your cousins out there, right? Because it's gonna come to a point it's going to come to a point where we're not going to be able to afford these streaming services and these streaming platforms because the economy's not doing that great. Realistically, the economy's not doing that great. Prices of living is still going high. I don't know where y'all live, but I live in California. Jobs are very scarce, especially now with AI. It's man, they're trying to keep us down, guys. We can't let them do that. All right. Now that being said, we'll be right back after these messages.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
You're watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. Please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspins Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
And we are back, my friends. Welcome back. Now let us talk about the new phenomenon that's happening currently in the WNBA, which is the sex toy phenomenon. It's hit the WNBA really badly. I think there's been like 4 or 5 incidents recently that it's just taken over the league, or it's taken over arenas for some reason. There's like guys, I guess, that think it's funny. I'm assuming it's guys around my age, maybe like a few years younger. I'm 26, by the way. They're just going around throwing dildos all over the place. So we're actually going to watch a video on ESPN, cover an article, and watch another video. We're just going to watch videos and give you my thoughts, my opinions on this entire situation. All right, let's do this. So there's an article, sex toy tossed on Sparks court lands near Sophie Cunningham. Let's watch it.
For either Kelsey or Rakia, there was a moment in the second quarter when something was thrown onto the court, and it's not the first time it's happened at a WNBA game within the last week, I guess. I'm just wondering, like, what was your reaction? What do you think about this happening across the league?
I'm going to steal that question. I think it's ridiculous. It's dumb. It's
corny.
It's stupid. We take our. It's also dangerous, and player safety is number one. Respecting the game, all those things. I think it's really stupid. That's all I'm gonna say.
I thought too we did a great job, Indiana included, just playing on. Like, don't give it any attention. And the refs, I really appreciated them too. It's just like, hey, let's go.
Now let's actually. So this is the incident that actually transpired, and I got another video here loaded up for it. Let's watch. There is green donut.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Did it hit you? Absolutely nothing is.
Oh, there.
Oh, look out.
Look at that. Oh, Sophie got.
Just came onto the floor.
Sophie got hit. Hold on. Let me rewatch that.
Oh, look out.
Oh, Sophie took it in the leg.
Last time I replay it. I promise.
Oh, look out.
I think Sylvie got hit with the dildo. Damn, I feel so bad. I'm so mad.
As the free throw was being made.
She got hit.
It looked like that hit a player too.
Oh, how they gonna hit the WNBA's Barbie doll? I'm kidding. She's beautiful. She's amazing. She's fucking lethal. I love her. Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clarkson Forcer. She's fucking awesome. Go check her out. She's a baller. She's a shot caller. Holler. I'm just saying. Sophie Cunningham, all love, all respect. That is not acceptable. With all due respect, that is also not acceptable. Why? Like, does this fall under sexual harassment? I feel like this falls under sexual harassment. You're technically sexually harassing women at this point, right? If I'm not mistaken. Like, this is, at this point, that's sexual harassment, if I'm not mistaken, right? Right? Hold on. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, there we go. Nope. Oh, there it is. There we go. Where we go. So let's actually just break down this article. So let's break down this article basically where it talks about what's transpired, and I think it talks about other incidents that have also transpired and occurred. Sex toy tossed on Sparks Court lands near Sophie Cunningham. A sex toy landed near Indiana's Sophie Cunningham after it was thrown from the stands in Los Angeles while the Fever played the Sparks on Tuesday night. The latest such incident to interrupt a WNBA game in the past 7 days. I think it's happened like 4 or 5 times, if I'm not mistaken, in the last 7 days. The incident at Crypto.com Arena occurred with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second quarter, with the green object landing in the lane near Cunningham, who had been vocal on social media about fans throwing the toys onto the court. The Fever forward jumped back in surprise, and then Kelsey Plum kicked the object into the stands. So obviously she was probably targeted. Sophie Cunningham was targeted. Literally, a fan went with the dildo into the arena, saw Sophie was on the court, and chucked that shit at Sophie. Like, just because she was vocal about how this was unacceptable, which in part, shouldn't security be checking and patting people down? How are they getting fucking... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Don't touch those dildos. Please, you tell me nobody's touching those dildos with their hands. Oh my God. I was about to say, how are they getting the dildos into the arena? And they're getting the dildos into the arena. The only way I can think these people are getting these dildos into the arena is by putting it somewhere where the sun don't shine. Or just maybe having it, but I'm thinking they're putting it somewhere where the sun don't shine. And yeah, don't touch those dildos with your fucking hands, people, because you don't know where those dildos have been. You don't know, especially because, like, with all the safety measures you think stadiums are taking nowadays, right? We've had so many, like, shootings, bombing incidents, especially at arenas and things like that, where you would think there's, like, protocols where people get checked, like, very, very in-depth, at least I would hope. So the only way I think that would be snuck into an arena, if they're not, unless, like, WNBA security is fucking laughable, is by putting it where the sun don't shine, and that is sticking it up someone's coochie or somebody's ass and then pulling it out and throwing it onto the court. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I think it's ridiculous. It's dumb. It's stupid. Sparks coach Lynn Roberts said after her team's 191 win
It's also dangerous, and players' safety is number one. Respecting the game, all those things, I think it's really stupid. We clearly saw that in the video. Plum added that she thought both teams did a great job playing on. Don't give it any attention. The refs too, I really appreciate them too. Was just like, hey, let's go. Cunningham walked over to Sparks' bench and was laughing about it last week. She had expressed concern on social media about the incidents, writing, "You're going to hurt one of us." And clearly somebody was trying to go and hurt her and throw the shit right at her, because that is literally who it was aimed at. We don't know who those people are. We come to play the game, and people want to see us play. Fever coach Stephanie White said when asked about the disruption, "I think it's just that simple, and we can't control everybody's actions." According to social media posts, green toys were also thrown in Phoenix and New York on Tuesday night, but didn't reach the court. Though one at Barclays Center landed near a child. That is crazy, guys. That is fucking insane and unacceptable. Come on, yo. I'm a girl dad. I got two beautiful daughters. I'm personally feeling appalled and disgusted right now because if you want to be a freak at the fucking house. Be a freak with your girl. Go. There are events for people to go and be freaks. Go to those events and be a freak. We don't need to see that shit at the fucking at a public NBA event where people are trying to literally go with their families and have a fun time. It's literally if you go to a WWE event and somebody were to throw a dildo at the fucking divas. Or if you go to an NBA event and we throw fucking pocket pussies at the fucking NBA players. Like, come on. I actually, how would you guys feel? I'd probably laugh. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's funny if somebody went to an NBA game and did the same thing that they're doing to the females. But it doesn't make it any more or any less acceptable. And in a lot of ways, I think this can be considered sexual harassment. And if WNBA players, if Sophie Cunningham really wanted to, and they found out who threw that dildo at her, she could press charges on that person and essentially put him in jail or get him charged as a sex offender because you're throwing a sexual object at a person who does not want that to happen. These are the things that I'm talking about, okay? These are like, people do not think. People don't fucking think. Just saying. A week ago, the first incident occurred in Atlanta late in the fourth quarter of the Dreams game against Golden State in College Park, Georgia. The man alleged to have been responsible for the incident, Delbert Caver, was arrested Saturday, according to police, in College Park. He faces counts of disorderly conduct, public indecency, indecent exposure, and criminal trespass, according to law enforcement records. On Friday, a sex toy was thrown in Chicago under a basket after a whistle was blown to stop play during the third quarter of Golden State's 73-66 victory over the Sky. An official kicked the object aside before it was picked up and removed. It is unknown whether the fan who threw the object at the Sky game was arrested. The safety and well-being of everyone in our arenas is a top priority for our league. Objects of any kind thrown onto the court or in the seating area can pose a safety risk for players, game officials, and fans. The league said in a statement. In line with the WNBA arena security standards, any fan who intentionally throws an object onto the court will be immediately ejected and face a minimum of 1-year ban, in addition to being subject to arrest and prosecution by local authorities. Guys, if you do stupid shit, expect stupid shit to happen to you. If you do stupid shit, expect stupid shit to happen to you. Like, at this point, right? I just don't get it. I hope we've seen the last of this. I hope that we don't see any more of this. 'Cause it's not right. Like, we don't see this in the NBA, and it's not right for women to constantly be put or sexualized or objectified like this. And I'm saying this as a man who like has notoriously like in the past objectified women, because I personally just love beautiful women. My wife is beautiful. I have beautiful children now. So after becoming a father and experiencing the love of like females to a new level and to a new degree, my views have changed a lot. And it makes me sad and uncomfortable because, like, I want my daughter to be able to be an athlete someday and go to an event and not feel like she's going to be objectified or be harassed in a way at her workplace, right? This is essentially harassment at your workplace for these WNBA players. And it's not right. It's funny for some. It's funny, but it's not right. And we should probably respect these people a lot more, especially with them trying to currently do their negotiations, and we don't know how necessarily that's going to turn out. And yeah, that's basically it. That wraps up our first live episode of N1 from the End Zone, our first official live, because we do live streams for WWE watch parties, SummerSlam, PLE events. But I'm trying to do it this way now because I want to generate more content for you guys. I want to post more content, and it's easier for me to just go live. It keeps me at the top of the algorithm the more I post. So that's essentially why we're gonna be doing more live episodes where we like record the content, we talk about what's going on, my thoughts on certain subjects, and then I'll be able to just clip those and post those individually. And yeah, just continue to be on this journey. Also, guys, go check out shadymob.com. That is the website for my company. Go check out that QR code at the top. What is it? Left on my left side right here. Go check out Shady Mob Productions. That's my other YouTube channel where we talk about TV shows, movies, sports. Go check out A&A Radio where Alex the Man Angelov talks about finance and accounting. Go check out Smacks TTV where my boy Smacks be gaming, having fun. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone with your favorite host, King NPV. Always remember, desire is power. If you desire to be great, you have the power to be great. Don't forget to like the video, share this with your friends, families, and partners, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for being a part of the episode.